This week's Torah reading contains a warning not to act improperly in matters of measurement. And it contains three terms: bamidah, bamishkal, uvamesora. In count, in weight, and in measurement. Now, what does that mean? Count is, for example, I go into a shop, I want to buy lettuce. Lettuce is $2.99 each. It could be a big lettuce, it could be a small lettuce. It's $2.99. Weight is, you buy by the kilo. Apples are $4.99 a kilo. Big ones, small ones, doesn't matter, it's just the weight. We don't count. You could have 15 apples to a kilo, you could have 3 apples to a kilo, you could have 100 apples to a kilo. Obviously, those are ridiculous numbers. I'm just making up examples here. A kilo is a kilo. Okay? And then there's measurement. You buy milk by the liter. You don't go in and weigh how much the milk actually weighs. Although, in fairness, milk will usually weigh the same amount per liter on a regular basis, but whatever. The point is, it's a measurement. For another example, let's say a bushel of grain, right? You fill it up, whatever the barrel holds. It could be 1 kilo, it could be 300 kilos. Again, just making up silly numbers. Doesn't matter. When the barrel's full, that's your grain. Okay, fine. So you shouldn't sell 1 liter and claim it's 1.5 liters. You shouldn't sell 1 kilo and claim it's 1.5 kilos. Okay, fine. A little harder to get away with number, but still, you can give somebody 12 or something and claim they're 15. Maybe he won't notice. Whatever. Okay, that seems pretty straightforward, but why does the Torah need to specify? Well, 2 reasons. One is to show that any one of them are legitimate. Any one of them is legitimate. You can't say, why should I pay per apple when this one's big and this one's small? He got a bunch of big apples, I got a bunch of small apples. He's getting much more apple, and I'm paying the same amount. Torah teaches that's a legitimate form of measurement. Some things are expected to be sold by the unit. Okay, fine. I would say that there's an extra point here. Eggs, for example, or apples, or lettuce, or milk. Any of these examples could be used. Why is it that when I go into the shop, I see apples for sale, and they charge by the kilo? But when I see lettuce for sale, they charge by the head. Maybe it's different in different places, but when I go into the local Kohl's or Woolworths or whatever, that's what the prices are. That's how they're set. Why should that be? It just is. It's practice. The point is, any one is legitimate. Okay, great. Here's the thing. If you're selling lettuce by the head, sometimes they're big, sometimes they're small. That's just how it works out. Fine. If you're selling lettuce by the kilo, then sometimes you get more, sometimes you get fewer, but the weight's the same. Fine. But do not act improperly in your measurements by switching when it suits you. If you are selling by the head to one person and selling by the weight to another person, don't give him all the small ones and then give the big ones to the other guy, because you can get more money that way. That's not a proper way of doing things. If, on the other hand, you're selling by volume and by number, or by volume and by weight, same principles. Cool. But suppose you're a shopkeeper and you've been selling lettuce for $1 a kilo. All of a sudden, you're getting really small ones. You decide, you know what, this week I'm going to sell it by the head. Or you've been selling them by the head, and now you get some really big ones. You figure, you know what, it would be better for me to start selling them by weight. Do not do this. It's improper. Technically, nothing wrong with this, but you're taking advantage by switching around. And that is one of the main understandings of what it means to be kedoshim, as it mentions in this Torah reading. Kedoshim doesn't mean refraining from that which is prohibited. It means acting properly even in matters that are permissible. Taking that extra step to be a higher level. That's the difference between a tzaddik and a chassid. A tzaddik is often thought to be a person who was particularly righteous. No. It's not a very good thing. It's not a compliment to be called a tzaddik. It means you execute tzedek, righteousness. It means you follow the basic requirements of the law. Being a tzaddik is what is expected of you. You're just a normal person who does the right thing. A chassid is a person who does chesed, kindness, a step above. Being a chassid is what you should aim to do. You can get away with being a tzaddik. There's nothing wrong with being a tzaddik. There's no punishment for only being a tzaddik. But you should aim to be a chassid. Even if something's technically okay, don't take advantage. Or as we'd say in modern times, don't game the system. Shabbat shalom.